wanted to take a quick video of this because I thought it was pretty funny. The new fish hotel is quite the hit. Everybody's checked out a room almost. When I just came down with the camera, I scared a few off, but I thought that was pretty hilarious. They were loving it. There's always like 2 or 3 inside the Pocahontas cave. I don't know why they always push them out, but it seems to be their territory. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I'm going to scare y'all. I don't know why, they've just been way more finicky lately, just darting out whenever I come near them. Before, they never used to do that, and the only thing I can think is that the water quality is just a heck of a lot better than it used to be now this new filtration's working. To give you an idea, it's only been running for about 2 or 3 days, and it's already collected that much fish poop. It is shocking how much cichlids poop. So yeah, but other than that, it seems to be working pretty well. But yeah, I guess I might as well go ahead and show some other stuff too. We've got my desalinization going on with my mangrove tree. I'm really happy with how that's coming together. He finally is, inner leaves here just opened up, and I'm super excited about that. Pull it out. That's him, not out. There's his root system. Right now he's just growing in water. There's a whole bunch of, this is fish waste in here, so he actually is getting nutrients from it. Gone down about, I think, from 1.026 to 1.018 salinity, so it's going really slow, but he's still alive and actually prospering, so that's great. And then over here, I decided I wanted to try to breed some metallic golden guppies, so I found the most ornate golden ones I could, and we're just going to start doing some selective breeding. I think that guy's gorgeous. He's got a nice little metallic sheen to him, a good yellow tail, so those are some good base stars. That's the male. The one going up and down in the back, it looks like he's already had his way with her because that's a female, and she is, I can find her, she's pregnant, I think. She looks pretty boxed out right now. She's underneath the shot of the butt. So he won't leave her alone, but yeah, if you can see, that tank flare, she is super boxed out right now, so. And then over here are a billion guppies that were from the first generation upstairs in my main tank. Kind of letting them grow out and see what they're all gonna be color-wise. I need to clean this tank really bad. It's on the schedule for later today. You can see them all up there. There's one that I have. She's probably the biggest one. Unfortunately, she's got a crick in her back. She's got the best color showing, but she also has a deformity. So we're gonna keep her as a pet in a separate tank. It is a female, so she'll breed some more brokebacks. It's this one right here. She's hard to kind of capture. I'm sure if you look closely enough, you'll see a little crink in her neck. So she won't be breeding, unfortunately, but I decided to keep her because she's just pretty, and I've just grown to like her, or I've owned her for a couple months now. This is actually 2 generations of fish, all from the same mother that's upstairs. I'm not really sure who she bred with. There were no males in my tank, so I think it was just some, she was pregnant once, and then I know that they didn't store semen to re-impregnate themselves to add some biodiversity to the community that they're starting, so I think that's what happened. These bigger ones, like right here, I think were all from a red male in the tank, and then there's smaller ones that are showing gold on their tail, and I think like that guy there, he has some gold on his tail. So it's kind of funny. I think it's 2 different dads that were from her baby mamas. And then, let's see here. We've got the fluidized bed filter. This thing is just colonizing right now. It's not actually plumbed into anything, so that's a work in progress. But right now it's doing great. It's bacteria colonies growing on it, circulating well. It's only at 6 liters of it. I need 15 in there, so I need to get some more, but that stuff's expensive. So with time, yeah, that's the baffle right there. That basically what happens is the water overflows and the sponges keep those little pieces of plastic out. The water will go into the side chamber, get pulled down to the bottom, and then go over to this chamber over here, where a water pump will pull it out and push it to all these tanks. And basically, bacteria lives on those pieces of plastic in there, and they change it from ammonia to nitrates, which plants can eat, and I'll get rid of those. And like as you can see, some of the tanks are planted and stuff like that, as well as I'll be doing, it's not up there right now, but this rig right here will be for a Dutch bucket that's connected to the whole system, so that'll absorb some of the nitrates and nitrites as well. But yeah, that's basically just a big giant biological cleaner. It gets rid of like all the negative chemicals and neutralizes them, makes the water safer for the fish, or at least it will. And then this tank is an awful mess right now. I've been working on cleaning it out. It started as a breeding tank for neon tetras, and I fell in love with an Oscar at the store, just a little baby guy. You probably won't be able to see him because he hides at all times. He's practically impossible to see, but he's usually right down in there somewhere. Yeah, but you can see they like to make their own little nest, so he's all that. The lights make it so hard to record this stuff, but all this grass here, he actually moved out of the way and made his own little cove right there. Because like there's all this grass up in the front, as you can see, so he's blocked it off on the front so I can't see him. But then if you look from up here, he's got a nice little clear area you can live in. This was all covered with lily pads. There's I think like one left right there, and then those are just frog beds next to it. But they were just choking out the tank. It was unreal. So I took them all back, or to give them to a pet store. Just kept a few plants, and we got this on the side filter to try to help get the water moving. It was just stagnant in here. The Oscar wasn't really taking to the tank that well. He is now. He's finally eating, but yeah, it was rough at first. This tank definitely, I don't think it was ready for him. And that plant's growing like crazy. That wasn't even at the surface the other day. It was only about a third that tall, and it's already growing up to the top and across, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically the setup down here. Eventually what there'll be is this big guy right here. This is the, oops, sorry, I know I spun a lot there. This is a 40-gallon breeder. It's already been, sorry, there's a lot of stuff in it, but it's already been drilled. So it'll eventually have its own overflow system just built into it, unlike this giant like PVC monstrosity that's over on this one. We won't have to do all this. It'll just flow right out the side of the tank, so it'll be a lot cleaner and a lot easier to maintain. But yeah, that's basically my fish room so far. So what will end up happening is that sump right there will have a water line that kind of crosses the room in both directions, going that way and that way. It'll go along this back wall. Same with over here. And then eventually what will happen is there'll be lines that come up and then pour into these tanks. And then these tanks, the water level will rise, water pours into them, and they'll overflow out, go into a drain line that then returns back into this thing. So what it's doing is it's taking the water that's being filtered out, getting rid of all the bad ammonia that's inside this thing, and it pumps it out and puts the nice clean new water into the tanks. And as it fills up the tank, the old water overflows out and returns back into this thing to be cleaned. So it's just a closed circuit system that basically cleans out the water and makes everything a little bit, more enjoyable by the fish. So, and I don't really have plans on going bigger than this. I might, go with another set of 10s or something, just because I've realized that I don't have much room to expand out. I noticed one of my guppies has a really awesome like neon, like almost sub-zero colored tail on him. It's really cool, a neon aqua blue. So I'd like to maybe try to selectively breed him as well, but as you can see, I've only got one spare tank, so I'm contemplating doing a new table that I can stack them or something. I haven't really figured it out yet, but for now I've realized this is a lot to manage, especially because I don't have it all on one big giant filter system. So each of these I'm maintaining independently, and it's more work than, well, it's not more work than I want. I'm enjoying it now, but I don't think I'd want to go much more than that until I get this all under wraps and on this main filtration system here. So as far as the equipment, there's the air pump that I got for my birthday, and that's operational. That's what's powering all of this. In fact, if you look, this thing's being rotated by air. There's bubbles coming out right there. It's kind of hard to see, it's plastics in the way, but... And then there's this thing goes up here. That's one big giant air line that runs all the way along the wall. It goes down to that side. So all these different air rigs that you see in there, like that one's bubbling up right there. That one's bubbling up right there. All these are controlled by this same air pump. So that's why I enjoy these kind of, big systems as opposed to small ones. I don't need to have an air pump for each individual tank. You just get one giant one and share it across all of them. Same goes for the water. Once I get that finished, is they'll all share one big giant water pump. And in fact, if I come down over here, over to my workshop area, this is the water pump right there. So it's a big old guy. I think it's like 1,600 gallons an hour or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's just my completely messy workbench. I need to get that under wraps, but yeah. So that's my beginning of my fish room. It's still got a lot to do, or excuse me, I have a lot to do. It's got a long way to go, but it's just been a fun endeavor. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour. Thanks.